Before we begin, please be advised that viewer discretion is strongly recommended. None of the content presented here has been exaggerated or taken out of context. These are the exact statements made by the prosecution team, defense team, Brianna Bongolan, Enrique Santos, and Jane Doe. On June 5th, 2025, some words have been censored to comply with YouTube's guidelines. What you're about to hear is a voiced-over reading of Brianna Bongolan, Enrique Santos, and Jane Doe's testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Source: Courtroom reporter at InnerCityPress on X.com. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Listen at your own discretion.
What is this a photo of?
Drugs.
You sent this photo to Cassie?
Yes.
Now DX1287. What's this?
Some type of drugs.
How many types?
I can't tell.
You're still doing drugs with Cassie on May 31st, 2016, right?
Yes.
Just before this, Mr. Combs threatened your life?
Yes.
You weren't scared to continue dealing with Cassie?
I guess not.
Okay. You said Mr. Combs gripped your breast?
At this moment, the prosecution objected, and the judge told the defense to ask again.
Mr. Tyrone said Mr. Combs gripped your breast. True?
Some of the things he wrote were not true.
You fired him and hired new civil lawyers and they drafted a lawsuit. You reviewed it?
To the best of my ability.
Look at this document. Only for the parties. Ma'am, isn't it true that your lawyer, Mr. Tyrone, alleged for the first time a certain kind of misconduct, and although you knew it was untrue, you began repeating it?
Can you rephrase that?
Mr. Tyrone alleged that Mr. Combs engaged in misconduct, right?
I can't speak for him.
You speak for you. You kept repeating the lie about the your breast?
Can you restate it?
Okay. You continued accusing Mr. Combs of misconduct, even though you knew it was not true.
It's really hard to commit to the whole sentence.
You knew that was the only way you could sue?
I don't recall.
You say you were screaming. Are you aware of anyone else calling the police?
I don't think so.
You didn't go to an urgent care?
I didn't.
You didn't tell the chiropractor what happened?
No.
Why not?
I was scared.
Okay, the girlfriend, what's her name?
Sarah or Friday.
Full name, please.
I think Sarah Siddell, SP, something like that. It was a while ago.
You told the government she was Friday and that she wouldn't know anything?
I'm not sure.
On October 4th, 2016, didn't you attend Mr. Combs' concert?
I don't remember the date, but yes, I went.
May we read the texts? You read Bana and I'll read Cass.
I don't know what I wrote.
Coolio, what time?
Luvia, thank you for yesterday.
You're asking Cass if Puff would like a sweatshirt, 2 weeks after you allege he held you over a balcony?
We were trying to be cool.
Repeat that.
We had the FaceTime call, and we were trying to be cool.
Isn't it true that you continued to see Mr. Combs and Ms. Ventura because Mr. Combs did not cause you those injuries?
Part of that statement is true, and part I can't agree with.
You see your phone number on this?
Yes.
This text is from October 15th, 2016, from Mr. Combs to you.
Yes.
Mr. Combs wrote, "If you're going to do K with her, at least have her back." Do you remember receiving this?
Yes.
You remember the Bad Boy reunion tour. You started on it but didn't complete it.
Maybe 1 or 2.
September 25th, 2016. The tour was at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. True.
I'm not aware. Not so sure on dates.
He was on stage with Lil' Kim.
I don't know.
And at the Harlem Salute to Achievement?
At this moment, the prosecution objected, and then they had a sidebar.
Is this Trump International Hotel stay of Frank Black includes September 26th, 2016, in-room breakfast for $231? You see?
Yes.
You agree, one person can't be in 2 places at the same time?
Hard to say.
You told the jurors Mr. Combs injured you in L.A. on September 26th, 2016, correct?
At this moment, the prosecution asked for a sidebar, then they continued.
Mr. Combs did not cause you the injuries in the photo you provided with metadata saying September 26th, 2016?
I can't agree with that.
A person can't be in LA and NY at the same time?
My answer is the same.
No further questions.
At this moment, the redirect began.
Did you ever review the notes taken at your interviews?
No.
Did you give Cassie permission to put your name in her complaint?
No. After she filed, I hit her up to tell her of mistakes. Tiffany wasn't there.
When you filed your lawsuit, was its report of the balcony the same or different from Cassie's?
Different.
Is what you said today your best recollection?
Yes.
The demand letters of your first lawyer, did you write them?
No.
The demand letter that said Mr. Combs squeezed your breast so hard you had bruises, had you said that?
No, ma'am.
Do you demonstrate with hand motions? Please do.
He started at my armpit.
Were they on your breast?
Yes.
Do you yourself know the exact date of the balcony incident?
No,
Why not?
it was a while ago.
Any doubt Mr. Combs held you off the balcony?
No doubt.
Nothing further.
At this moment, the recross began.
In a follow-up interview with the government, you gave them pictures of your leg injury with metadata. True?
I gave them pictures.
When you sued Mr. Combs, you weren't rich.
I was not.
You saw this as a chance to make $10 million. True?
The judge would review.
It means a lot to you to become a millionaire and soon, right?
No, I am here for justice.
Meaning money, nothing further.
Here is the conversation in between, getting the next witness on the stand.
Thank you, Ms. Bongolan. Is there an exhibit? Publish it.
We object under Rule 106.
So, after the break, jurors, there'll be food for you in there. All rise. So, about these text message chains,
These are screenshots of messages between Ms. Ventura and Christina Courtroom. It first involved Ms. Ventura saying her phone was thrown off the balcony. Then, about Ms. Bongolan. The defense wants more in. They want in Ms. Courtroom's message that he says that didn't happen. But that's self-serving hearsay with no exception.
the allegedly completing statements are not admissible. Mr. Agnifilo, your client was looking at jurors and nodding vigorously. This can't continue, or I will give a limiting instruction you won't like, or other measures, including barring your client from the courtroom. Do you understand?
Yes.
At this moment, the next witness took the stand.
I have worked at the SDNY prosecutor's office for 17 years. I've done 3,000 cell phone extractions.
These 3 iPhones, whose were they?
Cassandra Ventura, one had a changed IMEI number. It had been repaired.
If a user takes a screenshot, what is the metadata?
Creation date, modified data, where it is stored.
This exhibit, is this another extraction?
Yes.
No further questions.
Some deleted messages remain?
Yes.
The September 30th is the capture date of the screenshot, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
First, some sealed exhibits under the pseudonym Order and because explicit. 1503. At this time, we call Jane. Where did you grow up?
California.
Your level of college?
Junior college, then modeling.
With whom did you have a relationship 2021 to 2024?
Sean Combs.
What did you call him?
Sean, baby, Ernie.
Why Ernie?
We did that. I was Bert.
When did you meet him?
On a girl's trip to Miami in 2020. He was dating my friend. He was really funny and nice. We went on a yacht, partying. He gave me his cell phone number.
Did you see drugs?
Yes, that first night. One of my friends said she wanted I guess.
I don't want you to guess. Where did you go?
The studio in 2-Star. A man pulled out pink powder. My girlfriend was upset. She thought I was getting with Sean. So we left abruptly.
The next day?
Drinks by the pool. Then movie night in the theater in his residence. He texted me, "I'd like to take you out." I replied that I felt complicated.
Where were you living then?
The East Coast.
Did Mr. Combs contact you?
Yes, he was flirtatious. He invited me to Miami.
Read these texts. What does he say?
He says, "Call me Ernie."
Who was pursuing who?
He was pursuing me, but I was being considerate of my girlfriend. But she got engaged and moved overseas, so I felt I could do this Sean thing.
Had she been seeing Sean and her fiancé at the same time?
Yes, I went to Miami in January 2021. He got me a hotel room.
Where did you have your first date?
The hotel balcony.
How long did your first date last?
5 days.
What did you tell him about your past?
I dated someone he knew. Also, my child's father didn't get along with Sean. He said he didn't mind.
How many children do you have?
1.
What did Sean say about his relationships?
Only my friend. He said it wasn't a real relationship.
What did you do?
We made a lot of love. We walked on the beach. Later, we went on a proper first date. Dressed up, a restaurant. I was head over heels.
How did you stay in contact?
Texts,
Did you travel with him?
Turks, and Caicos. I was excited. I'd never been to Turks.
Who else went in February 2021?
Christina Courtroom, the chef, the butler, at one point a barber.
How long did you stay?
9 days in Turks, 6 days in the Bahamas.
We're going to play a video.
I took the video,
What do we see?
the villa, the vibe,
What did you tell Sean?
that I was a single mother. On social media, I called myself a content creator,
What was your work?
advertising brands on my social media.
What did he give you?
A love bracelet. He said he'd give me money because he'd taken me many days away. I really appreciated that.
How much?
$10,000.
What drugs had you used before?
Ecstasy, twice, 2014 and 2015.
You used it in Turks. Who suggested it?
Sean, like 10 times. In the pool, he gave me a pill, said it would be more fun. I was walking down the beach with him and I fell. I think I was screaming too. They put me in the shower. KK did.
Did you take another ecstasy pill?
Yes, but a smaller dose. It made me feel relaxed, euphoric. It enhanced touch and sense. It made me feel more loving and flirtatious.
What about coming down from ecstasy?
It was like your mind was kind of readjusting, coming down from a high. You're just tired.
In the Bahamas, did you continue taking drugs?
Yes, ecstasy. Sean gave it to me.
How much did he wire you?
$10,000. We started using the L word. He told me he was seeing multiple women. I was okay with it.
Why?
I liked him.
Did you have the sense you had the option of a monogamous relationship?
No.
Until when did you continue dating Sean?
Until his arrest.
Any breaks?
2. The 2nd in October, 2023, for 4 months.
When did you get back together?
February 2024.
How public were you?
It was private.
Did you post about your relationship with Sean on your social media?
Only once.
Where did you move?
From the East Coast to LA. He gave me $6,000 for a moving trip.
In 2021, February to May, how often did you see him?
Every other week.
What did he give you?
He was sweet. He would give me money here and there.
Cash, wires.
Both.
How often did you use drugs?
Every time I saw Sean. Ecstasy, Molly, cocaine, K, or caffeine. Molly enhanced like ecstasy. Sexual. Horny. Cocaine, it made me feel alert. I didn't like K. The walls were closing in.
In what context did Sean give you drugs?
When we were having sex.
What did you learn?
So many things. How he liked to have be playing. He liked me in lingerie and with high-end shoes. I was to put baby oil all over my body and his.
What type of rooms?
In his bedroom.
How was it lit?
We'd have red lights on.
How did you feel?
I loved them.
May of 2021. What happened?
I remember that when we would watch we would have a lot more fantasy conversation.
Do you need a break, Jane?
No. We would search things on these websites. He wanted me to fantasize.
In May of 2025, was there?
At this moment, the defense objected.
Oh, May of 2021. I am so sorry. Where were you watching the porn?
Mia, I had been awake for 15 hours, or 24.
What drugs?
Ecstasy and Molly. He said, I can make it happen.
Why did you say okay?
I thought I was playing into the fantasy. But when I came out of the bathroom, he was staring into his phone, really serious. He said, it can happen tonight.
How did you react?
I was like, tonight? Then, okay. Then we were in a hotel. I saw the assistant setting up the room. The lights were already red.
Do you remember which assistants?
I don't. He said, there's someone coming. He knows the guy. I was super nervous listening in.
Who did you think this guy was?
The fantasy guy.
What did you think would start happening?
Sexual things between me and the fantasy guy. He arrives and they are talking.
It was a regular hotel room or a suite.
A suite.
What did you do?
I said hello to everyone. I saw Don.
Who is Don?
One of the entertainers.
Publish the photo to the jury. What next?
I was on the couch with my robe on. My legs were crossed. I was nervous.
What happened next?
Sean said to stand up. I did and started to dance to get my nerve up.
What was Don wearing?
His underwear.
What was Sean doing?
Touching himself.
Was he masturbating?
Yes.
Was he talking? What was he saying?
Being encouraging and sweet. I was ready to speed things up a bit.
What do you mean?
Get it done.
What did you ask for?
A condom.
What did Sean say?
That these guys get tested at the time.
Later, did Don leave?
Yes. Then Sean and I made love. The next day I went home.
Any boat trip?
A nice yacht day.
How did you feel?
I felt exhilarated. It was taboo. I had a good time with my partner.
Did you think you'd do it again?
No. Or maybe a few times. Something taboo.
How did things change?
It opened a Pandora's box. There was so much of it afterwards. Too much of it.
How often?
All the time. I went along.
Later, did you tell him you did not want it?
Yes.
In writing or verbally?
Both. Many times.
What did Sean tell you about your rent when you said you did not want to have sex with other men?
That he'd give me maybe 3 more months.
How did you feel?
Frustrated. Obligated.
Obligated to do what?
At this moment, the defense objected, and then they had a sidebar.
Between 2023 to the time of his arrest, did he pay your rent and make you feel obligated to have sex with other men?
Yes.
What did you two call this night?
Debaucheries or hotel nights.
How often did you see him?
Often.
Every time you'd see him, did you have hotel nights?
Yes. Even though we'd spend a day or two together after. It all felt like a hotel night.
Who decided when?
Sean, on short notice. I always had childcare ready. I was always put together.
What do you mean?
My hair, my nails, my tan. He wanted me beautiful.
Did you go out with friends?
Not after a trip in summer of 2022. He was dismissive.
In the summer of 2021?
To France. I went to the south of France with my friends. He was angry in the voice notes.
Who did he want you to look?
Straight hair. Ponytail when we had sex. He wanted me to pierce.
Where?
My nipples.
We'll talk about that. Between 2021 and the break in 2023, how much money did you make and How?
Social media posts, but that went down because my presence went down. I was focused on Sean. He would give me money here and there.
How much at one time?
$20,000.
Did you tell him you wanted to make your own money?
When OnlyFans got big, I told him I wanted to do it like one of my model friends. He gave me this hesitant energy like, no.
What is OnlyFans?
Subscribe to models. I do
But no sex acts?
right, but he didn't approve.
Why did you feel you needed his approval?
I felt he was my boyfriend.
Sealed exhibit. What is this?
My lease, April 4th, 2023.
How much was the rent each month?
$10,000. Sean said, let's do a love contract. It was a flirty thing. He asked, how much allowance did I want going forward? I said 15. He said 10.
1,000.
Yes, I wanted a beautiful home for balance.
What's this?
A wire transfer.
To pay your rent?
Yes.
Who got you plane tickets to fly to the hotel nights?
His travel agent Jess, or KK.
What were the hotel suites like?
Red lights, sheets everywhere for the excessive use of baby oil.
How many bottles?
At this moment, the defense objected and it was sustained.
Per hotel night?
24 bottles or more.
This night, where was the hotel night?
In my apartment.
What did you wear during these hotel nights?
Lingerie, high shoes.
What would you and the other man do first?
At this moment, the defense objected and the judge said to rephrase.
Who would you greet?
The entertainer. I was on drugs. Sean told me to touch myself. Then the sex.
Forgive me for asking, but oral or intercourse?
Oral. Later I would be with Sean.
Would you clean up the ejaculate?
No.
How long were the hotel nights?
20 or 30 hours.
We could break here.
And that was the end of today in the Diddy trial. What do you think about the testimonies given today? Who do you think Jane is? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you tomorrow.